Thank you very much, and I have a PowerPoint that I'm going to go through very quickly. It's a lot of information that I think is going to be of interest to you as you sell houses in Saratoga. And since the PowerPoint's on the board's computer, you can get it afterwards if you need more information. I also have brought a handout for your information, and I'm teasing people it's going to be a test at the end of my brief speech. So it's on the fiscal budget issues in Saratoga. So I am very glad. Thank you very much for inviting me today, and let's see if I can give you some information that you don't know. I know you know a lot about Saratoga, but I'm going to give you some information not only about what we're doing, but what our plans are for this year specifically, and questions at the end if you have. Okay, next one is Saratoga schools. People move to Saratoga because of the schools. I know we have beautiful houses, but what do you, when people say, if they have children, what are the schools like? Saratoga hits the mark every time. I just was talking to folks, and they were saying about that school, kids in Saratoga schools. The problem for Saratoga City is that we have six public school districts. Not one, not two, but six. And within those school districts, of course, are multiple school sites. So we have public school districts, we have then one West Valley College district, and then we have two private school districts at the bottom there, St. Andrews and Sacred Heart. So it makes it difficult for the city to coordinate efforts when we're trying to work with the school districts around safety issues, etc. We have to negotiate with multiple entities. But for you all, just to know that we have excellent school systems, all of these districts get high marks. And as you know, Saratoga High School and Monte Vista High School have been ranked by the U.S. News and World Report within the top 100 schools. So that's a really important issue. One of the important things to know about our school districts is that we have a huge group of parents that support our school districts, and that's what makes it so good. And we have 68%, the census says 68% of the parents have a BA degree, and then, 34% have higher degrees. So they come with high expectations, and they promote and push the school and the city to have great schools. So that's what brings it, that's what starts with when you come into Saratoga with the amenity. The next is Saratoga's cultural institutions. As you know, the top three, Mountain Winery, Villa Montalvo, and the Coney, are world class in their, and people know about them all over the world and come. And so so once you're in Saratoga, you only, you can nearly hike to these cultural institutions. Coney Gardens, Saratoga Library, Saratoga's Historical Museum. How many know about that we have a historical museum? Come on, okay, there I go. I've given you some information. So we have a museum that's a wonderful little museum on local history. And the McWilliams House, which is one of the oldest wooden houses in the state, and it was built in the 1860s or 1850s, they think, and it's a very old little house, and it's very cute. We've just renovated it. Okay, so that's another draw. Community partners. Saratoga, although we have wealthy citizens, is not a wealthy city. We don't have a lot of money. And for that, we depend, because there are high expectations for our services, because we have these citizens that come in and say, we've got to have this, we've got to have this, we've got to have this, but we don't have the money. We depend upon our community partners, and we depend upon our volunteers. And so that's today, I'm going to be looking for more volunteers to help Saratoga maintain its high quality. So we have these community services, these partners, and it really promotes neighborhoods. We promote getting people to know each other. So we have homeowner associations. We have wonderful ways for people to get to know their neighbors, and so once they move in, they start to tout the Saratoga as a great place to live. The very bottom one is West Valley Greenleaf Committee. That's a tri-city community effort. Monte Sereno, Los Gatos, and Saratoga citizens got together, and they're really promoting environmental, high quality and changes in your environmental footprint, environmental living. So I just wanted to let you know that that's an up and coming group, and the city and all of our cities are responding. You're probably getting that understanding, that pressure for home building. Okay, next. All right. I don't know what kind of animal is that on the screen. A burro. Two little burros in the middle. There's a man. Well, those are my burros. That's my husband between their ears. We have a lot of community events. People do volunteer work. So as you know, the mayor now that has 2 donkeys, and that we dress them up and take them out with my husband, who is the driver, and they pull a little cart, and they can, we give rides to the kids for all the community events, mustard fair, the parades, etc. So we even come over to Los Gatos and participate in that. Okay. So anyway, I'm just telling you that we have a lot of volunteer work. Even the mayor does this. Okay, next. Okay, let's talk about the city of Saratoga. These are council priorities, and one of them is environmental, and you're going to be hearing that a lot more. We have signed the U.S. Mayor's Climate Protection Agreement. We are starting green building codes. Right now it's at the volunteer level, but you will hear that all over in other cities. Some of the cities are ahead of us. San Jose is ahead of us in that it's now having, it's standardizing its codes and for building. And we're all trying to work together to standardize them to the same level so that we don't drive our developers bonkers. But right now we're at the volunteer level, but for city facilities and for commercial, we're asking people to fill out the leads list, and then for residential, for the green building code. We've also started a greenhouse gas baseline study, which means the state is asking all cities and counties to come up with the baseline of their greenhouse gas emissions, and then the state's going to come down on us to reduce it over time. I know they're going to come out in the next couple of years. So from your perspective, you've got to understand that that's going to be a big pressure on building as well as going back and retrofitting. Another council priority is the building community, and that's what I said about the volunteerism. We always promote that, and we encourage civic participation. We're reaching out to the HOAs, the homeowners associations. We went through a period of time when we had to pull back our Parks and Rec Commission. We're now reinstating that, and we have enhanced communications. And we'll have the Saratoga, and I don't know if any of you have received that, but that's it's going to come out quarterly, and it's a lot of information and improvements to our website. And our website will be on there, but it's www.saratoga.ca.us, and we have a lot of information on there that's of interest to you. Okay, here's the financial. Don't go to sleep here, but the financials. Saratoga, let me just say that we're a minimum services city. We try very hard to provide a huge amount of services on very little money. One of the reasons that we're not very wealthy is that we're one of the 4 cities in the state of California that only gets 5.45%, so a little over 5% of the property taxes that come back. As you know, property taxes, we're a donor city. Property taxes go to the state takes a huge amount, it gives a huge amount back to the county, it gives a huge amount back to the schools, and then it gives just, a little over 5% back to 4 cities. All the other cities in the state get 7%. Now, I won't go into why we're being that way, but it was a long time ago in a galaxy far away, we were punished, and it's really hard for us to get back to more money from the property tax. So we keep giving all our property tax to the state. And let's see, what else? So we're underfunded. We are trying. This year we're going to be focusing on our village again, facade program, news racks, and infrastructure improvements. We're just trying to make it a pretty place so that when people want to put their businesses there, that it